This won't be anything too serious, but it's important to prepare. We don't want people to panic, but they do need to be prepared.
Just be prepared. Stay with us. We've been through worse. This is not going to be another Harvey. This is a very fast-moving storm once it moves on shore. But that being said, we could still see big impacts here. We could still see some flooding. There is a tornado potential. I mean, it's storm season. I hate to say it. I don't like hurricane season either, but this is what we got to deal with living here in Southeast Texas. So here's what's new. Tropical storm warnings have been spread out much more than they were when we saw you at 6 o'clock this evening. Now includes the entire city of Houston and then also the suburbs. So Katy, Richmond, Sugar Land, you've been added to this. Tomball, Atascocita, I mean, it's all of Harris County. And then it's all areas going to the west here that touch I-10. So Waller County, Austin County, you're included in this as well. They did drop southern Liberty County because it does look like the worst of the storm stays out towards the west. Of course, we're expecting landfall around Matagorda Bay. So here are the big takeaways that we're expecting with Beryl. Coastal flooding with a 2 to 5 foot storm surge. Actually need to update that to say 2 to 6 feet, or rather 3 to 6 feet, because they have increased that forecast, but also rain flooding, and that includes a lot of the inland areas, and a potential for tornadoes. That's also for a lot of spots away from the coast as well. Live look over downtown. Things are very quiet tonight. 98, the high temperature today, though. That gave us a lot of the fuel for those big storms we had this afternoon. Quiet at the moment, a lot of clouds, still some rain coming down along I-35 from Austin to San Antonio. But the big takeaway is tomorrow's forecast, because that is round one of what's going to be a long, probably 48 hours for us here in Southeast Texas. So temperatures will struggle to get into the 90s with clouds, showers, and storms. I think rain chances really do start to increase as we get to the afternoon and the evening. 10 p.m. advisory gives us still tropical storm Beryl. So we really haven't seen any movement at all in terms of strengthening. Wind still at 60 miles per hour. Movement has not changed. Northwest at 13. But the pressure is down a few millibars, and that always precedes an increase in wind speed. Now, a 3 millibar drop in pressure does not impute a big strengthening, a big run in strengthening here, but it is a sign that the storm is trying to organize a little more than it has through the course of the day. So we are expecting a Category 1 hurricane by tomorrow evening with winds at 85 miles per hour. All of the high-resolution hurricane models that I was looking at before the show started this evening show this going through a potential rapid intensification phase, but a lot of things need to line up for that to happen. Bottom line, the reason I'm telling you that is because if you live in one of these coastal areas, or even if you live in the cone, always make sure that you are prepared for one category above what the official forecast is, just because things happen. We see rapid intensification happening a lot, and so you want to make sure that you and your family are prepared. So be prepared for a strong hurricane moving on shore, and we hope that things stay pretty quiet. But as we go through the day on Monday, the core of the cone stays to the west of Houston, but that does put us on the dirty side of things with heavy rainfall and potentially even the threat for tornadoes. So there's tomorrow afternoon. Our first outer band starts to pivot on shore. There's your tornado threat, maybe some heavy rain as well. There is 3 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Category 1 hurricane starts to move on shore. Tremendous amounts of rainfall overspreading the city of Houston, going down 45 to Galveston. That's where the flooding threat comes into play. That stays with us for at least the first half of Monday. But the storm moves so fast that by 6 p.m. Monday, the core of this is to our north, and we may even start to see improvements before sunset on Monday, getting into Tuesday morning. Rain totals, though, do look impressive. On the low end, 2 to 4 inches. On the higher end, could see well over a half a foot of rain. Hard to pinpoint where that sets up. Again, tornado risk in play for tomorrow. A few are possible, especially from the city down to the coast. That goes for Monday as well. And there's your updated storm surge potential. 4 to 6 feet of storm surge for Brazoria and Matagorda counties, and then 3 to 5 feet of storm surge possible as you get into Galveston Bay. That does include the actual bay, not just the shoreline for Galveston Island. So it's Sunday and Monday that we are focused on, the flooding and the tornado threat. Make sure that you are staying very close to the forecast and that you have a way of getting warnings, because again, that tornado threat is going to be real the next 2 days. Flooding threat is mainly focused for Monday, and we are still expecting landfall along the middle Texas coast, probably around Matagorda Bay. It is a weather impact alert day for tomorrow because of the tornado threat. It's a weather impact alert day Monday because of the tornado and the flooding threat. And then we extended it into Tuesday as well, just in case any leftover bands of rain set up on the back edge of this. But Tuesday will be our transition day as Beryl starts to exit to quieter, more typical summer-like weather for the second half of the week. So, Marcelino, very important that we stay on top of things as we go through the next 24 to 36 hours.